So hey, I am back with a sit down video. I haven't done one of these in so long. It has been years. And today I'm going to be talking about some of the L's I took while traveling, or things that might happen while traveling that you haven't really thought about. Some things that you should keep in mind and some things to avoid. And some tips and tricks that I learned along the way, because traveling isn't so easy, especially traveling alone. There's a lot that goes into it. Like, it's not all, oh my gosh, I'm here and I just hopped on a plane. No, like, I had to do some serious planning and research. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first L, or thing that you should be aware of, is that you have to be familiar with the visa exemption list. Seeing that I have my Jamaican passport, I'll go to Jamaican passport countries in Google, type that up, and I'd see the Jamaican Passport Index website come up. And so I click on that and I'd be able to see which countries I need an e-visa for, or which countries I can transit through or go through or visit without needing a visa, and which countries I definitely need like some type of visa I have to go to the embassy for. And that's very important when traveling, because there are restrictions for each like nationality when visiting countries. Currently Jamaica can go to a lot of countries, and so the best like starting point of any trip is to figure out which countries your passport can bring you to and what you need to do. Because even for Vietnam, when I went to Vietnam, I had to do an e-visa. When I went to Korea, I didn't need a visa, but I needed to do something called a KETA form, similar to like immigration, but you should do that before you get there. A lot of these e-visas cost something. The one for Vietnam, I think, cost me 25 US. Also, when applying for e-visas, do not click the first link that you see on Google. Now what you're gonna do is research. So go on YouTube and look up like Vietnamese e-visa, and you're going to look for the video with the most views or the most comments and people saying it's legit, and then you'd go to that link. Yeah, because there are lots of e-visa scams that you should be aware of, okay? People are out here trying to scam people with everything. And if this sounds a bit too confusing, I'm going to give you an example right now. Using the country of Cambodia, right? So I'm going to go to Cambodia e-visa. And right off the bat, you're seeing sponsored ads. Cambodia e-visa applications from this website. You're seeing cambodia.com.co. That's not legit. iVisa. I've heard of this actually. Global Corp. Oh my gosh, there's so many, right? Which one do you choose? Well, a next tip is to go to, most countries have a government site, right? And you're going to see that this one that I've been on is evisa.gov.kh, so you know that's legit. So you click on that, and that's the official site that you should use. You see how you can get tricked? It's very easy. I'm not saying that all of these are scams, you know, but more than likely they're expedited groups or like organizations, when you could just get the e-visa way cheaper on the official site. So see, this is the official site to get the e-visa. The next thing is knowing the entry requirements for the country that you're visiting. Every country that I've been to has some kind of entry requirements. They have some kind of form that you should fill out within like 7 days upon entry, within 72 days of entry. And so, for example, the Philippines, even though Jamaicans can go to Philippines without a visa, you still need to fill in that form within 72 hours before your arrival. And so yeah, just a quick Google search will save you during times like that. And the next thing, bank card issues. Now I ran into some problems with on this trip. Every week, every other day, I'd be on the phone with Scotiabank asking them why the hell are they shutting down my card. Like, I literally told Scotiabank, that I am traveling to here on this day, there, and every leg of the journey they shut down my card. And so if I didn't have like cash, I'd be starving, stranded. Yeah, it could have happened. And so I would suggest traveling with a credit card. Yeah, and some cash. Definitely cash. US dollars. Now I kind of touched on the scams, but I didn't really go in depth with it. At the airport, sometimes, for example, you'd have a telephone company, the sign of a telephone company, but they're selling you SIMs that are not under that company. And so that's a next scam. They might overcharge you for taxis, for tours. When people are like, oh, let me take your picture. No, they're gonna charge you some money. Also, double check your money. If you're using cash on a taxi, double check your change, double check the money that you're giving them, because I have definitely given a taxi driver too much, and it was after he drove off I realized, oh my gosh, like that wasn't what he should have gotten. So yeah, just better to be safe than sorry. You should also plan your trip using Google, Reddit, YouTube, TikTok. My top 3 are Reddit, TikTok, and YouTube. Reddit, I can ask questions in, it's like a group chat in a way. I asked them the other day like, how many days should I stay in Cambodia? And like, it was so cool that they were like responding like, hey girl, you should stay for this day and do that. Yeah, I love Reddit for that. It's like it's a nice group chat. TikTok, you'll get a more concise like itinerary. You can pluck from each of the content creators videos, and for YouTube you get to really like see the area because they're taking their time. It's not so rushed as TikTok. Here's a glare, but I'm planning on going to Cambodia, so I tend to look for videos like this, or they tend to pop up anyway when I do my research. Some of them are clickbait, but videos like this are really good, like me just seeing where the person is going, how much they pay to enter, how they feel about it. Yeah, it really helps. So the Angkor National Museum is a place that I want to visit, and she mentioned that it's $12 to enter and $5 for a headset. But I'm just asking like, hey, what does the headset do in the museum? Because she didn't really emphasize that. She didn't say anything much about it. She just paid for it. So yeah. And in the comments, ooh, she's blurry. In the comments, you see, here you have somebody that's saying the Cambodian Cultural Park near the giant Ferris wheel is well worth a visit. So they're giving a suggestion of a place. So yeah, I'm going to go here because they suggested it, and it's nearby the place. So yeah, I have been such a talker over on YouTube in the comment section of those like travel vloggers. I would ask them, hey, where did you eat? What was the name of this place that you mentioned? How do you get here? So funny. Sometimes I really do beg. I'm like, hi, can you catch the name of the gardens we mentioned? Can you please type it for me, please? Please. Yeah, but this is how you get the best like destinations, like travel destinations. And what I've realized from doing this so many times is that there are locals that are watching the video. They're going to always watch it, and then they're going to comment the places that they should have gone, and they're like, oh no, why didn't you go to Banana Hills and here and there. So I would just comment in the comment section and ask, hey guys, which other places would you guys recommend? And then they'd respond, and I'd use that as my itinerary, because the locals, they know what's up. They live there, they know the area. It's best to trust them, right? In most cases. So yeah, that's what I do. I do that on TikTok and YouTube and Reddit. It really helps. This one is not traveling with food. Do not do this. Especially if you're going like long distances. Try and bring a snack, something that you could possibly have as dinner. What I travel with, especially like leaving Jamaica to come to Asia, I always bring a bun and cheese. Not cheese, but bun, mac and cheese, anything, because a lot of times when I get to the Airbnb, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. I don't want to go downstairs to take a taxi to find a restaurant. No, I would just whip up something really quick and go to my bed. And so if you're also like that, I'd suggest just bringing something just in case. Some cup noodles just in case. Yeah, it will save you, trust me. So in Asia, I don't think they do it so much in the western side of the world. They weigh your check on, like your carry-on luggage. They'll weigh your carry-on luggage, and you'll see on the website it would say 7 kgs maximum, right? What they mean is that suitcase that you pull in, little carry-on plus your backpack together must be 7. Not each 7, you know, together. And if it's over that 7, they're going to charge you. And that actually happened to me in Vietnam, and Moan cried the amount of money, honestly. We live and we learn. Moving on. Don't be like me, double check, okay? And it's so good to have a little travel scale. I have one somewhere around there. Yeah, buy those like a travel scale so you can like weigh your things at home so that it's not like overweight when you get to the airport. I know that it's going to be a bit heavier than your scale, the ones at the airport. I don't know what it is, but I'd weigh my suitcase and say it's like 12 pounds. At the airport they're weighing it's like 16 pounds. I didn't know that, and my hard shell suitcase was like 4 kgs on its own. So I only had like 3. I could only bring 3 more kgs, and that's, if you know, you know that's not a lot. So it really didn't even make sense to bring the hard shell suitcase, hence why I'm sending it home in a box this weekend. And so I'll just travel with my backpack and my check luggage, and that's it. So this might seem like a lot of information, but it's just because I've been such an overthinker all my life, and so I think it has its pros and cons. And so another app that I recommend is Google Maps. What you can do is download the offline version of the country that you're visiting, just in case you don't have any Wi-Fi. Okay, let's say you go to the airport and you haven't gotten a SIM, or you decided to change money like further in the town. At least you'll be okay. You'll know the area. You have a general idea because of Google Maps. So yeah, that's what I did for every country that I went to. I downloaded the app, like the maps. Last thing for now is that sometimes you have to just sleep in the airport. I have slept in the airport like 2 times already, or 3 times, just because, like, I personally, I would rather sleep in the airport than chance a 2-hour layover. I would rather sleep overnight than chance a 2-hour layover, because most of the times flights are delayed, the weather is unpredictable, especially in Asia. Like, it has dry and wet season, and so when it's like wet season right now, you can have storms, the unpredictable. Yeah, I have a lot of horror stories from Malaysia. Malaysia scarred me, their airport. It was delayed like 4 times, I kid you not, to go to Vietnam. It was a whole thing. And so always keep in mind, even though the ticket might be cheap, do you really want to chance that ticket? Like, do you want to chance it? What if it gets delayed? What if your flight gets like 2 hours delayed and you get there, by the time you get to that airport, the plane has already left? You have to keep all those things in mind. There are so many other things that I have to talk about. But this is just part 1, so I hope this helps. I hope that it gives you some insight. And yeah, try to avoid these L's.